Hello, hello, hello. It's me, your girl Coco with Real Talk and Inspirations. Keeping it 100 is the only way I know how to do it. Never giving advice, but just sharing with you pieces of my life, the good, bad, and the ugly. Mistakes that I've learned from, things that I'm constantly learning, sharing with you whatever God lays on my heart to share with you. Things that's going on in the world, just life in general. I love to talk about love and relationships because it's the most thing that people talk about in the world, and the most things that uh this, the main subject that God has been dealing with me on, and um that I've been learning from the most, that I have learned from the most. And like I said before in one of my videos, it's not that we don't know to do better. We just make bad choices. We just do things just, you know, we see all the red flags, we just snatch them down and keep going to the into the dead end road anyway. God takes the blinders off and say, "Look, don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do it." And we tell God, God, but God, and He just moves out the way and let you go ahead and make that mistake anyway. And for some reason, we just decide that we're gonna do what we want to do. We just do it anyway, even though you know, we know for the most part, most of us know that we're making bad decisions. For the most part, we know that, we know what we're doing. We know we make the mistake anyway, even though we know before we ask anybody's opinion. We already know the answer to it, but we still do what we want to do anyway. For the most part, like I said, we do know, but we just want to go down that road anyway. And I guess sometimes it's, you know, you just have to go ahead and so you can learn from it. And well, I've learned from a lot of mistakes, and I'm at the point in my life to where, Lord, I surrender all. I surrender. I surrender. My hands is up. The white flag is thrown in, and, you know, God, whatever. And you live and you learn, and then you come to the point where, God, you just, hey, God, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit right here, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. Anyway, this is the first part. I'm gonna do like a four-part, um, and this is the first part of taking a new direction. When it comes to love and relationship, and I want to start off by talking to my single brothers. Um, just like I said, I'm not a professional or expert in anything. No, not one subject am I a professional in, but God has been dealing me with love and relationships for a long time, actually, and even through my mistakes, God has been dealing with me, and like I said, even me myself have overrode uh, what God has been warning me and telling me, and in the past, and just hard head. So I'm just sharing with you, and like I said, I share a lot of pieces of my life, and I share some things about myself also. And so I'm going to start the first part with the single guys, and I'm only sharing with you what I've heard from other women, not just my perspective and my, from me, but many women, young and old, white, black, all nationalities. I mean, I've seen it, I heard it all from women in general, what they expect from men and what they're not getting, and the mistakes that men are making, and that single men are making, and how a lot of you single men are just destroying these women's lives and messing them up and messing them over, and and how you could do better, and how you could just make things right, you know and it's not for all men. Not all men. Let's get that straight. I speak not to all men. All men are not alike. All women are not alike. Let's get that clear. Only a fool would say everybody's alike. All men are dogs. All men are not dogs. All women are not. Okay. All right. We got that out the way. Everybody's not alike. So I'm gonna start with you, um, single men. Um, First of all, you need to ask yourself a few things. You need to sit down with yourself before you seek out that woman. Before you try to find your good thing, like the word says, he who finds a good thing finds he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Before you look forward to finding your good thing, and I'm only talking to those men who want love in relation, who's looking for to be in love and to have a wife. I'm not talking to you men who just looking for booty calls and just looking to use women and abuse women and so forth and so on. I have no words for you, but you need to be delivered. I really don't have much to say to you. I'm not addressing you at all. Just to those who are looking for love and looking for a wife. You want a wife, you want to be in love, and I just want to tell you the right way to do it, the way that you should go about doing it, and so you will be successful at it, and people's hearts won't be broken, and people won't be let down and discouraged. And to those of you who like to say, um, the heck with love and all that stuff like that, love never hurt nobody. Just like the songwriter said, your love never hurt nobody. People do. People disappoints us. People hurts us. People abuses us and uses us, and people makes us feel that way. But love is a beautiful thing. Relationship is a beautiful thing. So some of us, we just need to be healed from our past hurts, and don't move forward until you're healed from that. Don't move forward until you get out of your mind that love. I don't want to fall in love no more. I don't want love and love, love, love. If you're still blaming love for stuff that happened in your past, for your past hurts, then you're not healed yet. You're not healed yet. You need to just be by yourself. But anyway, I want to say to the guys, single guys, in my first part of taking a new direction. You need to ask yourself a few questions before you step out, before you try to add a person into your life. Ask yourself a few questions. First of all, am I financially stable? Am I mentally, spiritually, emotionally stable? Are you stable in these areas? Because it's very important, because you don't want to take baggage into a relationship. You don't want to oppress and depress somebody else and make somebody else unhappy because you're unhappy, and you're oppressed, and and you're scuffling and scraping and scratching. You don't want to do that. That's not the right thing to do. And so many people do that, and it's not right. It's not. If you're distressed emotionally, you're depressed, and you're insecure, and you've been beat down, and you've been hurt, and you battered and whatever, and you haven't got healed from that. You haven't got counseling for it. You haven't been prayed for. I mean, you just not all mixed up and messed up in your head, and you doubting everybody. You don't trust anybody and all that. You don't need to be pursuing a relationship. You need to get that part of you together. If financially you you don't have a job, or financially you're not stable, you need to get that together before you pursue somebody and looking forward to being in a relationship or marriage, because it takes money. You can't live off of love. You can't date a person off of love. You can't marry a person and live off of love. And emotionally, you want to be together. You don't want to bring unhappiness, bitterness, insecurity, untrust in a new relationship. You don't want to drag that baggage into somebody else's life. You don't. You must be stable in all departments. You must be together. You must be happy within yourself. If you're not happy with yourself, then how can you be happy, make somebody else happy, or add to somebody else's happiness? If you're not a happy person, how could you add happiness to somebody else's life? If you're not together, how? 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 Get you together. Get you together. See what benefits you could bring into another person's life. How could you benefit the next person? How? How could you add to the next person's life? How could you make sure you're together? Make sure you're whole. You're healed in your heart. You're ready for love. You got something to offer the person. And quit it with that 50-50. Some of you men are saying, not all of you, because most men know their position in a woman's life, in a relationship. Most men know what a man means. Most men know what being the head means. So they're not with that 50-50 mess. But some of you with that 50-50 mess, ain't no 50-50. Where you found that at? Where is it in the Bible? Where's 50-50 at? She's meant to be your helpmate. But anyway, I'm talking to you single men. Get it together. Don't worry about what she has. Don't worry about, oh, she got a good job and she got money and whatever. So if I ain't got nothing to worry about it, when I marry her and I get with her, we get together, we'll have. Don't worry about what she got. What she got ain't got nothing to do with you. What she got in her, yeah, I'm talking about Ebonics, but to some of you who don't understand Ebonics, what she has in her bank account, what house she has, what car she has, what money she has in her bank account, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. So to all of you, oh, she got this, she got that. So when I move in her house and move in her house, you should be moving her in your house. She should be driving your car. What she has nothing to do with you. Nothing. You're supposed to have your own everything. You are the man. You are A-M-A-N, a man. And God made you strong enough to be a man. He made you so strong and made you whole enough that he could take away from you and create another being. He put you to sleep and took from your rib and made woman because you were strong enough for him to do so. He made you the head because you are strong enough to be the head and carry the household. He made you strong enough to carry the woman on your back. The woman is the weaker vessel. She cannot carry you on her back. God made you, man, strong enough to hold your position. Your back was made strong enough for you to carry the family. Get in your rightful place and be about your business. Be about the business of being a man. And be about what God destined you to be. King, head of your household, man, strong. Stand strong. Don't be a weak man. They have to rely on a woman to take care of you when it's supposed to be the other way around. Do what you have to take. Do what you have to do, to be man. Chivalry is not dead. If you see a woman you're interested in, you want her to be a part of your life, date her. Don't be stopping by no red box getting no movie every time she sees you or spend time with you. You bringing a red box movie, or you come to her house to look at a movie and eat food at her house. You can't even take her out on a date. Take her to the movies, take her to dinner, take her for a drive, go for a walk, have a picnic. And then if you find out you really want to take another step with her, you can't even buy her a little gift, buy her flowers. And then if you want to take it a little further, you can't even buy an engagement ring and put on a finger. You can't even afford to marry her. You can't afford to pay the rent, the utility bills, put food on the table. You can't afford to buy a pair of shoes. You have to make sure that you are prepared to be the head and to take care of that woman. Protector and provider. Be able to carry her if that's what you're looking for to be a part of, be in your life. So get yourself together, then pursue your good thing. Then pursue Do the right thing. Be about being a man. If you're not ready to settle down and you still got eyes for the women everywhere, then don't go and get into a relationship. Stay single so you don't have to give account to anybody for what you do when you go and come, who you took out on a date, who house you to, and what. Stay single. If you're not ready to commit and be loyal, stay single until you're ready. Don't trample over somebody else's heart. Don't use and abuse nobody. If you're not ready, if you're not prepared, you're not happy, you're not whole, you're not together, stay to yourself until you're ready. And not a moment until you're ready. Because you will give account for messing over God's daughters. The daughters of Zion. You will give an account. So be man. Be a good man. Do the right thing. Bring joy. Add joy. Add happiness. Be the best thing that ever happened to her. Get in your rightful place. Hold your position as man. If you living with your mama, your cousin, your brother, your whoever like that, do whatever you have to do to get on your own. Be on your own. Be able to take care of you. So then you'll be able to take care of somebody else. Be able to properly take care of yourself. Be able to do things that make you happy. Be a happy person. Be a happy person. Be an independent man. Then you can bring happiness to her life. Then I could take care of you. When she asks you, what could you do for me? Because that's what women ask these days. Well, what could you do for me? Be able to say, well, I'll be able to love you and take care of you. These women ain't just looking for sex these days. Some of these women that's really looking for, they're not just looking for sex. They don't care nothing about what you swinging. They want to know that they're going to be loved, not only loved, but taken care of. Loved, cherished, honored, and taken care of. Love is not going to pay a light bill. Love is not going to pay the gas bill. Love is not going to pay the rent. Love is not going to keep you with food on the table. So be able to be the head of your household. Be able to carry that woman. And until then, take a different direction. And that direction is getting yourself together. Getting some goals. Work towards what you have to do to better yourself. So you could be better prepared to be a part of that woman's life. And to bring increase and be a positive part of her life. And that's Real Talk with Coco. See you, part 2.